はいどうも、いちしです。今回もメタファーリファンタジオをプレイしていきたいと思います。今回はマルティリアのメインストーリーを進めていきます。それではどうぞ。
This weather should have all the sandworms conked out.
Speaking of which, what exactly do they look like? I only got a glimpse of the larva. And cooked at that.
As tube-like as any worm. They grow quite steadily in their lifetime. It's the tremendously large ones that end up deadly threats.
Ugh, I don't even want to think about it. What kind of man would want to live in a den of those things? Did you hear that? Just now.
Beasts. And not just one. Should they not be asleep?
Hey, what's...
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What the?
So that's it, eh? But what's going on? Did we get bad information?
That's no sandworm. A horror like that could only be...
A human? We're not getting away without a fight!
Damn it! We can't die here!
Hey, this isn't what we heard about! What's going on?
Let's go! Flare!
With these fists, I strike for just... Let's make an end of it!
It's up to you now.
This is nothing.
Captain, it's
Justice
down!
prevail! Still standing, I see.
It went underground! What?
Don't tell me. Huh? Oh.
Truth be told, now
Okay, so...
what now?
Yeah!
Nice find. Looks like it could be useful.
What is this?
Let's hurry.
Hurry!
We're off.
Draw steel! We are spotted.
Hey, good one.
We found something. Let's take it with us.
If it's useful, I say grab it.
Let's stash that somewhere safe. Nice find. Looks like it could be useful.
That might be of use later.
There they go.
Alright, how's that?
Sounds good to me. Yeah, nice work. Great find. Keep it.
Take it slow if you need to. There's no rush.
Right here. All right.
Onward!
So apparently,
No problem.
But
Huh?
hurry.
Ah!
This is
Come on!
Hello to us.
I've got a feeling you need healing. That rhymes.
Unga!
That's pretty good.
Hogan
I won't hold back! Here!
Thank you.
I owe you. With the... Let's do this!
I feel so heavy.
Strength. Captain,
Let
they've
justice
slowed you down.
prevail!
Healing that helped.
Helpful as ever.
I will heal it! Flare!
Hey,
Dodge!
don't get sloppy, Captain.
Is that all?
Stroll, your speed's
Eat
down.
it! Got it.
My thanks.
Let's go.
Let us hurry.
Flare!
Yeah! All right!
You.
Huh?
Hurry!
Damn it.
On guard! Well,
Even so. No.
wait. Even so. Indeed.
Look!
What the?
However, look.
Well, I'm heading out.
Footsteps. Someone's coming this way.
Keep your guard up.
Who's he?
It's coming back!
How do you know where it's hiding?
I think it's gone somewhere.
Are you the man we seek?
Name yourselves.
You mean this is Heisme?
I didn't expect a you, Chief.
He's a chief.
Never seen one in the flesh. We're but another lesser tribe the city dwellers don't care for.
We owe you a debt, it seems.
A Knight of the Crown, are you? Is that why you knew my name? Or perhaps you know it from the wanted posters?
Both, actually.
I flee to the furthest depths, and still they pursue me.
Where are the people you kidnapped?
What are you talking about? Suppose there's no point standing around chatting with someone after my head.
That weapon. So he truly was part of the Shadow Guard.
Shadow Guard?
Eyes front. He's a knight to be reckoned with.
Here I come! I'll not be anyone's captive without a fight. I'll have to provide some less delicate discouragement. No hard feelings. I'll use this!
Huh? There's more high space?
To push me this far. I did not give you enough credit. But against my mirage arts, your strength means nothing.
What the?
Let's work together.
Multiple high space.
Hold nothing back!
Still up?
No matter. I can't back down. Most impressive. You've some grand cause to fight for, I'm sure. But I have my own. I've no intention of being so easily snared.
Where'd he go? He disappeared just like that.
Even wholly surrounded, too. Tis bad enough that he's skilled, but we have an environmental disadvantage here.
But the very first thing he did was save us from a human, right?
So it seemed. Had he not stepped in, he'd be rid of us, and not have to bother exposing himself. A passing strange choice for a supposed amoral scoundrel.
Well, we don't know anything for sure yet. Worth noting that the petrification magic didn't kick in either, I suppose.
Our names still mean nothing then. The people's support is not yet strong enough to protect us. 'Tis frustrating, but we must press on.
Should we investigate the hut in the meantime? Maybe we'll find some clues about the kidnappings.
Good plan. Let's take a look first.
Let's do it.
Doesn't it seem like...
Huh.
I see.
And so,
Really?
that's... The truth is,
I get it now.
even so,
This is...
What the what? Oh,
mayhap.
Look.
Indeed.
hey,
So apparently...
but
No.
In this place.
Right.
That's
Aha! Hey.
I see.
Then
Nice. Right then, let's get this plan underway.
Iceway! Come out! Show yourself!
wow, that's some crazy echo.
Kind of nice getting to let loose. Long as I'm yelling anyway.
Louise! You think you're so bloody untouchable, you bastard?
Hey! Big ugly sandwormy human thing! Even Hulkenberg wouldn't eat you!
Gasp! Rejected by Hulkenberg! The ravenous, all-devouring she-beast of the Knight's Order!
Is this what we've come to? Saying whatever's on our minds? Well, so be it.
Gallica! The sound of your wings keeps me up at night! Stroll, you think you're so smart! Gallica, please be nicer to me!
Hey! I'm your fairy guide, not your fairy godmother. We're on a mission here.
Ah! Enough! What do you think would happen if that monster showed up without my ears working? You'd all be dead.
Here's our guest of honor at last. It was never...
Kidnapper. I see now. As you were saying before, they've named me a kidnapper. A monster preying on children.
If the charges are false, I would hear it. In truth, even I've come to doubt the allegations.
And why's that, Lady Knight?
You've lost a child yourself, haven't you? I cannot imagine a parent who has endured such pain would kidnap children, much less sell them off.
Hold on. I can't trust a man who does nothing but flee. The people responsible for my home burning. Zorba, who forced the dead to fight on his behalf. Anyone who can't face reality themselves is capable of any low.
True enough. If we lived in a world where words alone proved us just, I'd not be living in this infernal cave. I'm sorry, but I won't go to the gallows before I've even honored my son's death. If you'll not leave me be, then we decide this another way.
So you're finally ready to fight us properly.
Draw steel. If I'm to take your life, I'll not do it from the shadows. But if you refuse to retreat, then ready your blades.
We have our reasons for not backing down.
Hope you don't think hiding's enough to make us give up and leave.
Here I come. I was saving this.
He's not getting
Let's
away
work
this
together.
time.
Hold nothing back!
Then my fight ends here. What are those strange powers you possess? How'd you cast spells without igniters? What was that?
We'll have our answers first. Did you really kidnap all those people from the castle town?
Look around you, lad. Where would I keep the victims? Besides, I'm but one man. Kidnapping on the scale you suggest would be damn near impossible.
You're saying you were framed? This case even reached the capital, you know. Why would anyone pin such horrors on an innocent man?
Innocent is more generous than most of the world sees me. A UG drifter, a disgraced knight condemned by the Sanctists. What couldn't they pin on me? They cast me out, stripped my titles, and put a price on my head. They would even refuse me the right to mourn my child.
And thus, you held back against us, didn't you? You never intended to take our lives. Or perhaps you could not bring yourself to kill a young man.
Just didn't want to make a mess I'd have to clean up.
What do you think? Is Heismay really our kidnapper?
I don't think he's the culprit.
I agree. That being said, it is also hard to imagine the town maintaining a groundless bounty so faithfully. It was the Holy Lady who named the price, and the guard captain who thereby took it to the capital. To end this as a case of mistaken identity would disgrace their word.
You think they must have had a reason to suspect him then? So, what's really going on here?
Sounds to me like between the Guard Corps and Heismay, one of them could be lying. Remember when we first arrived? We almost got killed by a beast they told us would be asleep.
You cannot be suggesting the Guard Corps set us up. Absurd! No, it defies all reason. They went to such lengths to place the request.
So you think I'm the one lying, do you?
Like I said, we don't make assumptions. If there's anything else you know, we're listening.
You're a strange lot. Fine. Investigate this as you see fit. And if you think I'm guilty by the end of it, put me in chains. What's the matter? Never tied up a captive before?
Give it a rest, old man. You'll make a better guide than a captive. Otherwise, the human makes a meal of us, and nobody wins.
A strange lot indeed. And... oh, my God, a foul-smelling one to boot.
Ugh, don't remind me. Sorry, but you'll have to bear with us.
Don't mind me.
If the charges prove false, you should be cleared. Still, we'll have to find a new head to be judged for the competition.
Then we'll just find whoever's actually behind it and have their head instead. Let's contact Barden tomorrow, but we'll keep quiet about Heismay. Can't tell if we can trust the guardsman yet.
What are we going to do with Heismay tonight? We can't exactly set him up at the inn.
Steady on! You're not leaving me to watch our bounty alone!
Fine. Then Nurus and I can both watch him tonight. Better us than risking our candidate, I suppose.
Never would have guessed that the bounty hunting was part of this plan to take the throne. And further, you've a Lady of the Knighthood with you. Not to mention command of a gauntlet runner. I sense there's more to this story,
It's a long story.
It is even stranger that the youngest of you is the actual candidate. Still, I suppose I can see why they'd put their trust in you. But now the throne's in anyone's reach, eh? Suppose the king's magic wasn't just a myth. Well, hardly matters to an old codger like me. No telling if I'll even live to see the next king crowned.
This is all jolly cheerful. And I'm to be stuck between these two old goats the whole night.
Don't blame me, lad. You volunteered.
Those are some sharp ears. We should probably watch our words in here. I dreamed we were being chased around by a horde of giant sandworms. I barely got any rest at all. I hope Heismay behaved himself in the Gauntlet Runner. We should go check on him later. We also need to get some information out of Barden. But how do we even bring it up?
Are you awake? Barden just sent word. A few children disappeared in the night.
Wait, but Heismay's in the Gauntlet Runner, right? If he's still bound there, that basically proves he's innocent. But if he's not, we need to get to the runner, quick! Where's Stroll?
Speak, man. Are you all right? Where's Heismay? What happened here? Oh, he reeks of alcohol. Nuris, you old sot, don't tell me you drank yourself to sleep.
Heismay was blathering on about some things I found rather unnerving. So I had a little sup of the spirits to calm the nerves.
Wow, what a mess.
You witless... Maybe some cold water will wake you up, and if that water's not fixed yet, you're really in it! Ah!
Now, what's all the commotion?
Ah, that was it! He kept scaring me, so I stuffed him into the lavatory to shut him up.
He says that like it makes sense. Does it make sense to you?
Not in the slightest.
Anyway, one thing's for sure. Heismay was tied up the whole time, so he never set foot outside, right?
What's all this about frightening Nuris? I cannot imagine you suddenly felt compelled to share ghost stories.
I heard some strange sounds last night. I could tell they were footsteps, but not any I recognized. If it had anything to do with the disappearance of the residents, it could prove my innocence. That's why I spoke up.
I don't think he's lying. With all that fog, I couldn't find the source of the footsteps, but I found plenty of something else. Children's shoes. It was after midnight. No time for children to be out and about. I had the shoes checked at the guard station, and it looks like they belong to the missing children.
Then 'tis likely those footsteps belong to your true culprit.
But the guard said no one left town last night.
Nobody left? But that must mean the culprit is...
Inside the town?
Logically, yes.
If that's the case, I'd like to talk to Barden, but how much of this should we share with him?
If you ask me, it's time to lay out all you know. Taking me with you might help your case, too.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. To bring you before the very man responsible for the bounty on your head. I trust I need not illustrate the risk.
Risk or not, the real culprit's likely one of their own. If you hide me, they'll accuse you of harboring a known criminal. You all had it right. It's time I faced reality. A life on the run leaves no room for me to truly mourn my son.
Heismay.
Whatever the case, let's meet with Barden.
Well, I must say I couldn't hope you'd capture him so swiftly.
Something wrong? You don't look well. Got a face like you've just stumbled upon a dead man.
No, it's nothing. Just surprised you caught him.
Aye, you have my thanks. Clearly we were right to trust you. You'll get your payment in full.
Before that, I want to ask you one question. Why was Heismay the only suspect in this case?
One of the guard witnessed him firsthand. Go on, Morris, tell him.
On the night of the kidnappings, I spotted a Ujif bolting into the wilderness. Several times. No mistaking a squat figure like that. I'm telling you, what are the chances of there being 2 Ujif brigands in the area?
What did you say?
Strange. I don't recall the kidnappers' tribe being listed on the bounty poster. Even the captain seemed surprised, yet you alone knew this.
He's obviously our culprit.
Most strange. Heismay was already in our custody yesterday. In other words, the kidnappings of last night cannot be his doing.
Is this true?
Captain, I'm one of yours, aren't I? You're not gonna trust this little red-eyed bastard over me, are you?
There's also the testimony from the guard at the gate. He reported no one coming or going from the city.
You scabby bounty hunters think you can mock the Guard Corps like this? Just take your damn blood money and get the hell out of here!
Fine, fine. Keep your hair on. We'll get to the bottom of this eventually.
Is there a problem here? Pardon, may I interrupt?
No problem, ma'am.
Was that? Did you hear it, lad?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Now I see your game, you fiends.
What? He's gone!
Heisme!
Find him! Secure the exits! Don't let him escape!
No good. He's nowhere to be found. What's gotten into Heisme?
I got the impression he sensed something. If he'd meant to escape, he would have done it yesterday.
I think Barden's innocent in all this. The real scumbag here is Morris, his second in command. Eyewitness testimony. Must have figured an exiled Ujif would be a perfect scapegoat.
So Morris, a would-be guard of the people, has been kidnapping the residents and selling them off.
Could be. And there's also those footsteps that old Heisme heard in the night.
Norris is bound to have sobered up by now, right? Let's see how things are outside and get back to the runner.
Are you coherent yet? I didn't take you as the sort to fall so hard into your cups.
Well, an icy bath like that would freshen anyone up.
And tell us again what happened last night. It may be our only clue to tracking down the real culprit.
Ah, bloody hell. Yes, it's coming back a bit. It wasn't just Heisme's reports that shook me. No. I saw something. It was right after I slung Heisme into the bathroom. Out the window, I saw some massive shadow moving through the fog. It wasn't any beast or man of this world. It was a dark messenger, I tell you. A specter from the very bowels of hell. It was like the horrors of every fairy story from my schoolboy days sprung to Stygian life. I was shaken, chums. Shaken to my core. I cried out for help, grabbed for something to steady myself, and all I found was the bottle.
There, you're all right now.
Even if there is some monster behind this, how would it connect with Morris? I don't see why he would be compelled to hide this to the extent of framing Heisme.
True. Let's try investigating the lady's old castle. Heisme's bound to have a reason for bolting off like that.
Fie. Evidently.
Got to say,
What folly. The truth is,
it's absurd.
Yeah.
I'm in your debt.
And so? But then... Is that right then?
that?
What is it?
Ready?
Let's go.
However,
Keep your wits about you.
Come on, get the bait moving already. If that thing goes out of control, we'll be dinner.
you can't run from us.
Please. Help.
The child yet lives.
Out of your jurisdiction now, aren't you? You're trespassers down here. And that means anything that happens to you is your own damn fault.
If you've got something to say it to our faces. Even you must feel the weight of what you've done.
Eyes up. Something stirs in the back.
Are these the monsters we heard about?
No. Further back. 'Tis the footsteps in the night.
The bigger that beast back there grew, the more its watchdogs started changing with it. One of them's gonna make a meal of you.
What has been happening here? Why do you kidnap the residents?
Why? Because premium bait's worth a fortune. Or couldn't they live on the wages of a guardsman forever?
You kidnap children for money? You utter scum!
This from a bloody-eyed Eugene. Look to your own sins, sir. You weren't just stripped of your knighthood. You were exiled. You're a coward who's been living in the hole you deserve. Didn't pretend you can play at justice now. You foil!
No, 'tis true in part. Tis why I stand here now. I ran from my past and turned away from my pain. You prey on innocent lives. Your sin will be repaid. Yet I cannot condemn you alone. Not when I could not see past my own suffering. Not when I locked myself away to be alone with my pain!
O lodestar, who falters in memory, O thou anguished traveler. Thy long stagnant stance hath finally been broken. Now choose thy path.
Choose? My choice is already made. You can't erase your past. All you can do is take it in hand and reshape your future.
Thank you. Thou hast chosen a noble parting. Henceforth, thy fears and insecurities are thy light. O lodestar, whose light reveals the king's own path, awaken.
I am Haisme Noctul. I believe the arc of life depends not upon birth. By these hands, soiled or sinless, I fight! Apologies, but I cannot do this alone.
Go! Rip them apart!
On guard! Morris, you will not escape me! Out of my way, fiends!
What's going on? He just started fighting with us. And even he awakened to his power.
Perchance 'tis through your influence that this power passed to him, Captain?
Oh, Is this what Moore was talking about?
Young man, you seem the most adept with this magic. I will strike at your direction, if you might spare it. Rest assured, I once stood among the Shadow Guard, and the years have not dulled my edge. Some darker arts.
I will fight with me! Fire!
No holding back! The power of light!
Observe me! Burn!
Let us clean up this mess.
I'll show you the me! Burn!
Stop! Damn!
But the
Good.
You know that I used to have a child, my son. He was killed. I could not even protect my own flesh and blood. Who could call me a knight? Since then, I've wondered what I had left to live for, and found few answers.
Is that why you lived in such a dangerous place? That you might be...
We need to chase down Morris first. He said something kind of weird back there, didn't he?
Regarding the watchdogs, he said they gradually turned more horrific the more the monster grew.
Do you think that's the effect of the melancholia? I expect anything further in will be even more malformed then.
But why root all this in the basement of the lady's own domain? Clearly, someone is invested in Morris's efforts. But who would finance this?
I can't say for certain. Still, from the very beginning, this has felt beyond the realm of any sane, moral person.
And to think this started as a simple bounty contract. We've set foot in something far bigger, I think.
Let's get these poor youngsters back to Barden for now.
Sure.
You saved the wee ones' lives. We cannae thank you enough.
It was thanks to your help, too.
I know this is difficult to hear, but Morris had a hand in this the whole time. He confessed as much to us.
Aye. I found out the man's been struggling to pay off all manner of gambling debts. I'll round up the guard and search the whole bloody castle for him.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid you'd be outmatched. However, it would be a great help to us if your guards could prevent anyone from leaving the grounds.
Considering everything, I can't help but think the Lady Joanna's got to be in on this somehow.
But the woman is a respected sanctoress. Besides which, she's the one who funded the initial request.
I'll tell you this. Hard as we've looked, we cannae find a sniff of Lady Joanna herself.
We're here for our own reasons. Whoever we find down there, we're not going to stay our blades. Any objections?
None for me. Do as you will, and I'll trust in Lady Joanna's innocence. Indeed, for all we know, the culprit may be holding her hostage.
I too have a score that needs settling. I cannot let these atrocities continue. I believe in you.
Considering we're due in Oceania in a matter of days, we've little time to tarry here.
Our foes may be strong, but they're also trapped like rats in the basement. We'll use the old well to get in and out.
All set?
What do you think?
Got it.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm going.
Stay present and focused.
Yes.
Don't tell me. I see.
All right.
Oh, yeah?
Well...
Really?
Don't tell me.
Run!
Over here!
What? Really? Look.
Oh,
Hey,
no.
let's do it.
However...
Next time for sure.
Wait.
Wow.
Enough.
Don't tell me.
Huh? Hey. Think we'll make it?
You bastard!
Was that?
Wow.
Stop!
Oh.
Don't let them get away! Look! Really? Watch out! Let's do it! We got this! That should come in handy. Pocket it.
Perhaps...
Was that?
Oh. Well... Hold on. Please.
So...
therefore a child.
I thought Joanna was childless.
A strange thing to find locked away.
This portrait. 'Tis common for the noblesse to have a portrait painted in celebration of their child's birth.
You know, you're right. Haven't really seen many portraits of a pregnant wife alone.
Hey, look!
A diary. Looks like it belonged to the nurse who raised Joanna's... I see. Apparently, Joanna was unmarried. Never
So, 'twas a love child?
Apparently so. At least here in Martira. The father was a foreigner of another tribe. Their marriage would never have been accepted. The traditionalists always say mixed blood children are abominations. Terrible omens. And Joanna brushed it off. Said it was ridiculous and irrational. She was about to announce the child's birth. The old woman. The nanny they'd hired. She killed the boy in his crib.
What?
Seems like this was around the time the human sightings were becoming more widespread.
It would be easy to ascribe the birth as the ill-fated omen. But to justify murdering a child?
Joanna's family was overjoyed. The deed kept the abomination out of the public eye. They never even investigated her crime. And Joanna's love. The father was banished from the city. The nurse's diary concludes, "Oh God, please forgive me for my sin most wicked."
Oh, let's move on. This is looking worse by the minute.
Look!
This is...
Oh, that's not half bad.
What? Hey...
However...
It can't be.
I don't like this.
Yes.
What? Here already?
Is that a baby? Nope, not a baby.
Are you hungry? Oh, so fussy today.
This monster. Is it a human?
This is the child you hold so dear? So, all the victims you kidnapped?
Oh, my darling has a hearty appetite. I had Morris deliver us food. Were you able to secure a meal?
Well,
Oh, useless! You have failed to eliminate the bounty hunters, and now you've let Heisme himself here. But no matter. You look tender enough for my darling's liking.
what?
This is your child. It just devoured a man. All I see is a mindless monster.
And a monster is what I see when I look upon the world. People are beasts of fear and superstition, murderers without remorse. I have done nothing they've not done to me. Abominations. They are the unnatural. They deserve to die. They should all be so glad to nourish my child. My dear, sweet child.
A mother's love should nurture, but this is beyond the pale.
And you? Do you not condemn her? She kidnapped children, murdered them in cold blood, and would see you blamed for it.
In truth, I know this woman's pain all too well.
Huh?
In the name of her child, she was willing to turn against the entire world. Behind her atrocities, I see the devotion of a bereaved parent. You found yourself unjustly in a terrible darkness, and I struggle to blame you. Burying your own child is unbearable. Grief and madness fill the gaps where love had been. But my eyes were opened. These people helped me see. The only way to beat the darkness is to confront it. Step by meager step. You must walk back to our reality. Look upon that, and see true that it is not the child you once loved.
Be silent! You know nothing of it. Your sermons better suit a preacher, but that is not your place here. You are here to be eaten!
Good. Show me your hate. Pour out your darkness. We'll fight, but not in justice's name. Grief is its own death, so we will show you life!
Darling, are you still hungry? Mother wants you to play with your food! Come, my darling. It's time for supper. Eat up.
All the people who disappeared. This must have been the last thing they ever saw.
We break this tragic curse here and now. It's the only way we might mourn them. Let us finish this, Captain. We'll put an end to this horror, whatever the cost.
If we can figure out what it really is, we can win.
Witness our strength.
It's okay. Lend me your strength. No, let's go. Flare!
Now, what's the play? Give me your aid! Night! You'll be dust!
Is that all?
Think?
Stroll's dazed.
Comrades,
He won't let
lend
me
me your
attack like this.
strength.
Face me! Mustn't settle.
I won't hold back! We're not out of this yet!
I'm obliged.
Quite a boon.
I owe you.
Highspace! They've dropped your defenses!
Night! Take that!
Stroll, you gotta aim better than that!
Please! Think?
Stroll's dazed. He won't land any attacks like this.
I'll destroy you!
Highspace! They've dropped your defenses!
Here!
What's needed?
Much thanks.
My thanks. I'll hold my ground.
Stroll's dazed. He won't land any
Behold.
attacks like this.
We stand together!
Please allow me!
Mockingbird got them right in their weak spot.
Mandible bearing.
Come forth, royal soul! Let me help!
Helpful as ever.
I shall vanquish evil! I'll crush you!
Right on target.
I
Nice
stand
one, Stroll.
ready, with blade in hand!
Apologies. Would you finish it? Too slow.
Oh, my darling. Mama's here. Mama will always be here for you. Here. Take all the magic I have.
She healed the demon baby?
Huh?
Is everyone okay? That thing's great. I bet if you go for those, we can't afford to feel sorry for it, right? If we hit its eyes, maybe it won't move around so much.
Light!
Hoganberg's
I can't
days?
afford to hold. Let's make an end
They
of
have
it!
a tough time hitting her marks.
On your guard.
All
Right on
right,
target.
it's not going anywhere
What?
like this.
Knight! I crush you!
With skill. On me, we go together. Mandible bearing.
Huh?
Hoganberg's dazed?
I won't hold
They have a
back!
tough time hitting her marks.
Here!
I'm obliged.
Knight!
Now we won't know where we
see
are.
that? Is
Come
everyone
on,
all right?
This is our chance. Together. Hoganberg got them right in their
You
weak
take-
spot.
Come forth, royal soul!
God, you've got some fancy footwork, Stroll.
Behold! We stand together!
To ever greater heights. Even I had more to learn. I have retained my edge. Not long ago, I too had a child. But I couldn't protect him. It was in a nearby village. Some paripus started a riot, and my son was caught in the middle of it. They beat him until he was barely recognizable. Even bloodied and battered, he clung to life. But his body was broken. He couldn't move. And not a single person came to his aid. He was a Ujif, and to them, that's all he was. But he was a helpless child, left to die in a pool of his own blood. By the time I finally got to him, it had been hours. It was too late.
I had no idea.
I couldn't abide it. Reality was too painful, and I ran until I was spending my nights and days in the sandworm's pit. Better to live in solitude than in the embers of hell. That was the real reason I lived in that den of beasts. I thought death would be a mercy.
Heisme.
And then these meddlers came along. They dragged me under the night sky I'd not seen in many seasons. And beneath those stars, it finally came to me. This is not the life my son would have wanted for me. That thought changed my whole perspective. His memory deserves love, not pain. Look with your eyes and your heart. You can ignore it no longer. You loved your child, not this creature. And the child you loved is gone.
If I could have sacrificed my life instead, I swear I would have done it! I loved my son with all of my heart!
I know! Nobody could ever deny you that! And now, the nightmare is over.
What do we do? Do we present this creature as evidence?
I don't know. Our testimony's likely not enough to prove this monster was behind the disappearances, and it'd be easily denounced as a publicity stunt.
Do you recall the promise I made when first we met? I pledged my political support if you were able to solve this matter. I fear that after all this, it is a boon I can no longer provide. But if you need a head to present to the judges, perhaps it could be my own.
You'd have us cut off your head?
If that is your decision, I will accept it. However, that seems unlikely to clear Heismay's name. Please take me to the exhibition of the brave. I will confess the truth before the masses. Surely the evidence will be undeniable when heard from my lips.
Yet as a holy woman, 'twould be bold-faced ignominy to sanctifex Forden. You risk dire consequences, possibly even without trial.
I have but one request. Before I depart, I would ensure all my duties are passed to my successor. I know I ask much of you, but would Barden and I be permitted to join you in Oceania later on? I will atone for my sins. For my son's sake, I must.
What should we do? There's no guarantee she won't take this opportunity to escape.
But I see her point. The people here have suffered enough unrest. If she is to leave them, she must ensure they still have guidance, else they'll fall to chaos and panic.
You are our captain. The decision is ultimately yours.
I'm choosing to trust Joanna. Right.
You're too nice for your own good.
Our treatment of her might reflect on her confession, too. Don't want anyone saying we coerced.
Then 'tis settled.
Oh, thank you for your kindness. 1,000 times. Thank you. Oh, how curious. It's as if the fog has finally lifted from me.
I've heard the news about Lady Joanna. I will assume the duty of her escort to the exhibition, and I'll ensure the warrant on Heismay is taken down. Rest assured, your bounty will be paid in full. After all, I asked that you find the true culprit, and so you did.
Ha ha! I say, we could upgrade the gauntlet runner with some extra spondulix, eh?
Young man, I have a request. Could you donate a portion of the money to the bereaved families? I know 'tis not my place, but something must be done for them. Their pain must be unbearable.
Not just some of it. It's all rightfully theirs.
Well said.
You'll hear no objections from me. All we really needed was a head for the exhibition.
My word. You're all indeed true knights. I'll personally make sure the citizens all hear of your bravery and spirit.
Just as long as you keep this out of the public ear until the exhibition, right? We can't have our opponents finding out and trying anything underhanded.
You have my solemn word. I'm glad I entrusted this to you.
All right.
Haisme, 'twas thanks to you that we found the truth. We'd not have revealed the culprit or the secret of the castle on our own.
I agree. If Barden thinks we're true knights all, that goes double for you.
If you've nowhere else to go from here, perhaps you might join us and further lend us your strength.
You're in this race to become king, are you?
Not exactly. Look, you think it'd be all right to tell Haisme the truth?
We've come this far together. It's fine by me.
Yes, I have no objections either.
So His Royal Highness lives. I see now why you all fought so desperately.
Would you lend us your strength?
You already know my answer. My life may not weigh much, but I gladly pledge it to your noble cause. If I'm to choose a lord out of loyalty instead of dependence, then there's absolutely no shame in that.
Not a lord. A friend.
Hear, hear.
Right.
最後までご視聴いただきありがとうございます。コメント、高評価、チャンネル登録よろしくお願いいたします。次の動画を見てください。グッバイ。